guys, let's unbox this with me. These are Lykke interchangeable knitting kits. Hi, my name is Cris Bertoluci. I am a knitwear designer from Brazil. I have videos here in Portuguese and English. You will see everything here. I have video fashionary, the knitter's manual. I have a trend video, so if you want to see a few videos in English. A few weeks ago, I did a Portuguese video to talk about circular needles and explain a little bit about what are my favorites, what to take into consideration. And I said one of my dream kits was Lykke kits, this one actually. And I actually wrote them and asked them if I could try them on, and they sent me 3 kits. So I'm gonna show you today, and let's see if they're everything you could expect for knitting needles. For me, I am very, very surprised. I did get the 3 kits. What I wanted, my princess dream, was this one, the pink one, the pink set with like shorter needles. And I also got the pink set for longer needles and the colorful set. I got the 3 sets. I am the kind of person who prefers this kind of needles. I prefer short needles, but surprisingly, I've been using the longer needles more. I don't know why, actually. Maybe I'm too scared of using this one because this is my dream, but still, I got this, and I also got some Noro yarn that I'm gonna show you. I'm doing like a project with this. So Lykke, actually, we can read Lykke or Lykke, I don't know how to read it in English. I did ask the translator to say the word for me, and the word is Lykke, and Lykke means happiness. The brand is from Denmark. It's really nice how they take really good care of their kits and everything they want to do. The needles are made in wood. I usually, when I advise my students to buy wood needles, is because they're like rougher, they're more like rough, and it's better to use with more like slippery yarns. But this has got like this finishing, this like shiny finishing that makes it more slippery, but not too slippery. For example, I do like using a lot of rayon. Since I'm in Brazil, I do like to do a lot of summer things, and we use a lot of rayon. And using rayon with this, it didn't slip as much as metal. I do have a few aluminum and metal needles, especially Adi. And my Adi, if I use it like an Adi needle, I cannot use, for example, rayon because it's going to slip all of it, or silk, for example, like shiny silk. Gonna slip my stitches, they go like all slipping. But with this, I think they work pretty perfect. I think that the finishing is really good, and I love how lightweight the needles are. They're really nice, lightweight. All the needles they are compatible with Knit Pro, so I do think they are smooth. When they slip, like the stitches, they slip really smoothly. Here, I think this is a very big concern for knitters, that the connections are really well done. So when you slip your stitches, especially for the smaller needles, when you slip the stitches, they are not like, it doesn't like hold the yarn, or it doesn't like break the yarn. I've had needles that kind of like break the yarn. So now I'm gonna talk about each of the kits. This is the blush, like the pink ones, they call the blush. And this is the blush set. One thing I love about all the sets is that you can pretty much just close backwards. I don't know if the word's backwards, but, and you can just leave it like that, and you can just look at it and, I don't know, use as decoration. I want to use the colorful one as decoration. The shorter needles, they are 3.5 inches, so they're short. I do love short needles. This set comes with 9 pairs of needles. It comes, well, for people who have interchangeable knitting sets, they know it's a little bit harder to find smaller needles because of the connection. Usually when I have smaller needles, I do use a fixed, I don't use interchangeable. So for the US pairs, they are number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 and a half. very good sizes, especially I think for shorter needles. I don't know if we use so much longer needles in bigger sizes. It also comes, I'm already like mixing up the kits for like trying on and using in videotaping and stuff. So, but this one, it comes with 2 cords for 16 inches, 1 cord for 20 inches, and 1 for 24 inches. One thing I loved about the cords is all the cords, they already are 360 degrees. And the kits, they also come with 2 connectors, 4 keys, and this one has 8 stoppers. I use a lot of stoppers because I work with a lot of things at the same time. I'm not monogamic in my knitting, I'm polygamic. I do love knitting a lot of things at once. Right now I'm sitting here and I can see one project there, one project by my side, and another project on the right side. So yeah, that's beautiful. And the cords feel very smooth. I usually hydrate my cords. I leave them on hot water every 1 or 2 years. I just put them in hot water just to, I don't know, just to let them hydrate. I don't know if you knew this, but you have to hydrate your needles. So, and this is great. This is like travel size, amazing for taking everywhere. I do have a trip coming up this June and I hope I can take this. Also, this is like an imitation of leather pink. If you go into their website, they have like all kinds of materials for the kits, or not for the needles itself, but for the kit. So this one is kind of like a fake leather, really, really cute. This is the blush set, and this is a little bit longer needles, and this is like in a more fabric kind of denim. And so this one, let's close it like you should. So this one comes with longer needles. Like I said, I do prefer shorter needles, but somehow with this, I've been using the longer needles for everything. I do have like a few cords already, like with a few things on them, like I stopped using the stoppers. And for this set, we have 8 needles, size 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And there are 3 cords, one 24 inches, 32 inches, and 40 inches. Just a reminder, the cords, they're not the size of the cord, it's the size of the needle and the cord. Like when we measure knitting a circular needle, we measure from one side to the other of the needle. So this is the size it's gonna look after you have attached the needle. And there are 2 connectors, 2 keys, and 6 stoppers. They all come in this little pocket. Yeah. It also comes like a little explanation for those of you who have never used them. This is how to assemble. They have like a small explanation. And like I said, somehow I've been using the longer needles more. And I love the finishings. I love how it looks. Like I said, it just feel like putting them all as a decoration for my house. They look beautiful. Also all the cables are 360 as well. And then this is the color. This is a more robust kind of kit. It comes, look at this. This one, it comes in 12 needles. We are missing one because I am knitting with it. I'm already using it. I love this one. This is the size, let's see. This is a size 7 that I'm using. Like I said, I also got some Noro yarn from them. And this is Natsumeki, which means summer in the air in Japanese. This is the Noro I've got. And I'm kind of doing like a sweater dress for myself with this big lace in between. It's not like a lacy lace, but it's lace. These are like the 5 inches needles. You can also assemble them to just look at them like a TV. You have dog TV and in other countries. Here in Brazil, every time we have this, that is like some places they sell this already made chicken and it keeps like rolling, and we call it dog TV. So this is my dog TV. This one, it comes with size 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and a half, 11, 13, 15, and 17 size needles, 2 cords in 24 inches, 2 cords for 32 inches, and 1 cord for 40 inches, 2 connector, 4 keys, and 8 stoppers. And like I said, they're all compatible to Knit Pro. And just for this one, the other cords were pink, and this one has a transparent cord. I love it as well. And a difference this one makes is that it also got a zipper pocket in the back, which I prefer. I am also scared of losing things. Since I teach, I bring things all the time everywhere, so I'm sometimes scared of losing it. So actually I did leave it in the pocket, but usually I put it in this zippered pocket. One thing I love that, for example, I do have Ari kits, and the Ari, when you have this for keeping your, you have this thing for keeping your needles, it's one elastic for all the needles, and they're like clipped to the sides. If you don't have, if you're using too many needles, the other ones, they fall apart. And one thing I loved about the kits is just that they're sewn for each size. So if you take out, for example, 5 needles, the other ones, they will stick here. I know it's just like a small detail, but this is a detail that makes a difference for me, person who uses a lot of needles. So if I take out a lot of needles, the other ones are not gonna fall. This happens a lot with my Audis, but it's not a complaint. I do love my Audi as well, and I'm excited. This has been 2 weeks trying this on. My only concern is with smaller needles, just because I'm not, sometimes I forget my needles in my sofa or somewhere. I'm scared of breaking them, since they are wood, but I don't think it's gonna happen. They feel very strong, so this is not something I think it would happen. So far I've been really happy with this, with my kits. I can't wait to keep knitting a lot more, and as soon as I finish this, I'll show you guys here. This has been amazing. For example, this is like cotton and silk, but it's more like a more rough kind of cotton. It's more how do you say, it's more artisanal kind of cotton and silk. I would never use this with wood needles, but for this one, since the finishing, it kind of slips so well with this kind of finishing, I've been using it, and it has been amazing, comfortable, and it's so lightweight. Like I said, so lightweight. It doesn't feel like anything in your hand. If you like the video, don't forget to like it and to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I do have a few videos in English. I do have this video, like I said, about the Knitwear Manual, which is a must-have book. If you have your birthday coming up and you think people should know something to give you, you can send this video for them. Who knows, maybe you can get a Lykke kit as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.